Today we're going to discuss some parts of chapter 4. And in this chapter, the researcher makes his analysis, presentation, and interpretation of his data. But for today's discussion, we are only going to focus on analysis, data classification, and arrangement. So first we have analysis. How do we define analysis? So analysis is the process of breaking up the whole study into its constituent parts of categories according to the specific questions under the statement of the problem. This is to bring out into focus the essential features of the study. Analysis usually precedes presentation. In this example, in the study of the teaching of science in the high schools of Province A, the whole study may be divided into its constituent parts as follows according to the specific questions. So first, we have educational qualifications of the science teachers. Second, methods and strategies used in the teaching of science. Next, facilities available for the teaching of science. Fourth, differences between the perceptions of the teachers and those of the students concerning the teaching of science. So these are just some of the parts that we can construct according to the specific questions. We can also add problems encountered in the teaching of science, proposed solutions to the problems, and implications of the findings. So each constituent part may still be divided into its essential categories. For the example, the educational qualifications of the teachers. These may further be subdivided into the following. First, degrees earned in pre-service education. Second, majors or specializations. Third, units earned in science. Fourth, teachers' examinations and other examinations passed. And fifth, seminars, conferences, and other special trainings attended for the teaching of science. And again, these are just some of the examples, and we can still add books, journals, and other materials in science being read. We also have advanced studies and number of years in science teaching. So the other constituent parts may also be similarly divided and subdivided. The data are then grouped under the categories or parts to which they belong. Here we have the classification of data. Classification is grouping together data with similar characteristics. Classification is a part of analysis. The bases of classification are the following. First, we have the qualitative. Those having the same quality or are of the same kind are grouped together. The grouping of elements in the examples given under analysis is qualitative. Second, we have quantitative. Data are grouped according to their quantity. In age, for instance, people may be grouped into ages of 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, and 25 to 29, etc. We also have geographical. Now, data may be classified according to their location. For instance, the schools in the secondary level in Province A may be grouped by district as District 1, District 2, District 3, etc. Lastly, we have chronological. In this, data are classified according to the order of their occurrence. Example, the enrollments of the high schools of Province A may be classified according to school years. As for instance, enrollments during the school years, we have 1985 to 1986, 1986 to 1987, or 1987 to 1988. So again, those are the classification of data. Okay. Now let's have cross-classification. What is cross-classification? This is classifying a group of data into subclasses. This is breaking up or dividing a big class into smaller classes. For instance, a group of students may be classified as high school students as distinguished from elementary and college students. Then they are further subdivided into curricular years as first, second, third, and fourth years. Each curricular year may still be subdivided into male and female. Now let's proceed with the arrangement of data or classes of data. The basis of arrangement of data or groups of data are the same as those of classification. First, we have qualitative. Data may be arranged alphabetically or from the biggest class to the smallest class, or listing the biggest country to the smallest one, or vice versa, or from the most important to the least important, or vice versa. Ranking of students according to brightness is qualitative arrangement. Second, we have quantitative. This is arranging data according to their numeral magnitudes, from the greatest to the smallest number, or vice versa. Schools may be arranged according to their population, from the most populated to the least populated, and so with countries, provinces, cities, towns, etc. The third one, we have geographical. Here, data may be arranged according to their geographical location or according to direction. Data from the Ilocos region may be listed from north to south by province as Ilocos Norte, Abra, Ilocos Sur, and La Union. And the last one, we have chronological. This is listing down data that occurred first and last those that occurred last, or vice versa according to the purpose of presentation. This is especially true in historical research. For instance, data during the Spanish period should be treated first before the data during the American period. Classification, cross-classification, and arrangement of data are done for purposes of organizing the thesis report and in presenting them in tabular form. In tables, data are properly and logically classified, cross-classified, and arranged so that their relationships are readily seen.